Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Planet for Tech. I hope you all are doing great and learning lots by watching all the continuous episode of our series PHP Beginner to Master and Laravel Beginner to Master. So guys, till now we have started two series to strong to make your PHP skill set strong. So the first series was PHP Beginner to Master and the second one is the Laravel Beginner to Master. Here you can see so in the Laravel Beginner to Master series, our my aim is to make you guys good understanding in Laravel. So yesterday we have started this app series, and yesterday we have uh, discussed how to install the Laravel in our laptop or computer. So there in the episode one, we have only gone through the installation steps. So we have seen like the composer and other commands we have seen yesterday's. With the help of those, we have installed successfully the Laravel 9.x. And today in the episode 2, I am going to describe you the new topic that is the most important and the basic, or you can say the entry point of the Laravel project. So that topic is nothing but configuration using the .env file. So guys, you know very well every project which is going to be managed in a proper way, that must have some kind of configuration. So that configuration is basically those values, set of values which are going to be consumed by our application, and those are going to be updated, those are going to be changed as per the environment where we are going to deploy the project. So the environment means the platform, in a tech industry we can see there are different deployment server. So those servers are like that, you can say a local environment, development environment, production environment, and pre-prod environment and QA environment. So these are the different environment stage you will face while developing the project. So every environment is going to have different value for the same environment key. So to maintain those environment properly, we must have the configuration file in project. So in Laravel, this configuration is being managed by the .env file here. So yesterday I have shown you this file is created when we have installed the Laravel project first time, and this is the file which are not supposed to be commit while developing the project. So let's suppose you are using some Git and other SVN manager, system manager. So in that you are not supposed to commit all the information related to the .env file. Even .env file we should not commit, because this file can expose all some critical information about our project, like what the environment key we are using and what are those values like that. So ideally it is recommended we should not commit this file to our system, you can say configuration manager like Git or the SVN. So this is not recommended to commit while developing. So this .env file is, I hope you all are clear, like this .env file is going to have all the list of key pair values. In that we are going to give some configuration values. So those configurations are nothing but, you can say, and the database connectivity and the memcase information and the database name, username, password, these all things, and the base URL, app name, and the app mode we can pass, and the app environment we can pass. So these all information we are going to look one by one. So without doing delay, let's me start the VS Code so that I can show you that .env file how it looks like. So guys, yesterday we have started that project. That project was nothing but the job portal we have started. You can see here. So that job portal was being started in the HTML folder. So today I'm going to show you that .env file what we have created for this project. So let me show you that using the VS Code. So you can see here. So this project is having this much directory. So we will go by one by one with all the directives, and we will understand like why these particular special directives are being for use for what purpose. So you can see here in this series there is a .env file here. So this .env file is having all those information which we are going to discuss today in this episode. So you can see here in this .env file there are some key pair values. So this is the key. All the keys are in a capital letter and they are separated by underscore just to make a readable. So you can't use the space between the two word in the key file, the .env file. So guys, you can see here there are different lots of keys and the values are as well. So this is the what the configuration I mean to say in this episode. Now let's understand each key one by one. So you can see here the first is what this is the app name, means whatever the app name we are passing. So guys, you can see here for this value I have not used the double quote, but for this I have used the double quote. This is because this is the rule of .env file. While creating the .env file, if the values are having one space, so that values must be encoded by the double quote, otherwise it will not be passed by the laravel. So if you are see here in this is not using any space, that is why double quote is not required, but here laravel and space and local, so you can see there is a one space, that is why this double quote is required. So guys, make a note for this. Every environment value which is having the space must be inside the double quote, then only it will work in the .env file, otherwise not. So this was the first point regarding this .env file, and apart from this you can see we have the app environment, app env and app keys. So all app debug is equal to true. So all these we are going to discuss under this .env file. So let's start one by one. So before going to ahead, let me show you there is a one list of topics what we are going to discuss today. So this is the topics I made for today's episode. So you can see here. So the first topic is what is artisan in Laravel. So guys, we are going to discuss about the a new command line tool, that is CLI tool. So this is the artisan. So add a different framework, provide different kind of CLI tools. Like in the Laravel we have the artisan CLI command line tool. So what is artisan CLI? So this one we have to understand. So you can make a note. So this artisan artisan in Laravel, you can say this is the name of the command line interface which is included in the Laravel, and it provides a number of helpful commands for the use of project development. While developing the project, we use basically these commands, and this is recommended when we should not run the artisan command on the production. We should avoid to run the artisan command on production. We should use all the commands in the local development environment only, because this after running these commands we don't have the control on the project's configuration, because once you have run the command we can't stop it, and we can't reverse its effect. That is why it is recommended to do not use the artisan command in the production server. We should use it on the local development server. So till now you have understood this artisan is what? This is artisan is nothing but, you can say, this is a CLI command line interface which is provided by the Laravel. So this is all about the artisan. So how we can use this command? So to use this command, we need to uh, give like this PHP artisan. So you can see here this is the CLI tool which is going to run on the top of PHP, that is why PHP artisan. And after this we have to pass the number of arguments, number of parameters, and number of values, number of options. Those all we are going to pass here. So there is the one first command, you can say about command I'm going to show you. So this command will give you the information, or you can say overview of the application, like what what we are having in this application. Those overview we can see here with the help of the about command here. So guys, you can see after running this about command, it is giving us the overview of the this Laravel project, that is the job portal. So here you can see the environment under this. These are the overview of this application environment. So these are the application name. What is the application name? Laravel local, and Laravel version is this is the version. So these are the information, guys. You can see here, and this is about the caching things, and this is about the drivers. These drivers we are being used in this project. So let's suppose I'm going to change the first value, that is the application name, and after that I'm going to run this command and see that changes is being reflected or not. So here you can see I'm going to make it Laravel project instead of local. Now after saving it, going to run that command again and see like what it is showing here. So let me run the same command again. Now you can see in the second time it is giving the Laravel project. Just before this it was giving like Laravel local. So these commands give us the information of what is currently available in the project. It is just giving the recent information. You can say it is not giving the cached value. It is giving the recent value. So these outputs are out from the cached. So these are not the cached value. So guys, this way you can understand all the PHP artisan commands we are going to learn here in the Laravel. So the artisan is nothing but the command line interface being provided by the Laravel, and it runs on the top of the PHP. That is why PHP artisan we write here. And after this, whatever we write, those are going to be the command of the artisan. And after this, we can pass other options as well. So so let's think about the let's talk about the next topic. So till now we have understood that what artisan. So artisan is what? CLI, command line interface for Laravel. Now the second topic is the config directory. So what this config directory is? So guys, you can see in this project we have multiple directories, but as I told you, we are going to discuss one by one for all the directories. So you can see here there is a one config directory. So this config directory is nothing but, you can say, it is going to consume all this value for the project. Means so whatever environment value we have mentioned here, so these are being utilized here in the config folder. So this config folder is having lots of configuration file, you can see here. So this configuration files is having different kind of specific set of configurations. So those values are being passed from this .env file. So you can see app.php, auth.php, broadcasting.php, cache.php. So these are the configuration files. So this is the first place where this Laravel initiates this configuration. You can see here. So after looking the any particular file, you can see all the files are having the proper comments, so that you can understand from there as well. Like these files are returning the array. So every configuration file is returning the array. So you can see here. So this config directory is what? So this directory basically provide, you can say, the stores the config information of project. So this directory basically stores all the config information of the project, and you can see here in this and it always return this directory have multiple uh, files. So every files is going to have one array, so it is returning the array. So you can see here, so this is the name here. So this name is config value, and its value is being fetched from the env file. That is why here env, so this env is nothing but the php predefined method. So this env method is just reading that key app underscore name. So you can see here in the .env file we have app underscore name. So this value is being fetched here. So this way this configuration.php files are reading the value from the .env folder, .env file. So let's suppose I'm going to create new uh, key here. So let's suppose app version. So I'm going to write another uh, key here, app version. So all the key must be in a capital letter. So let's suppose the app version is 1.0. Now I want to use this app version inside this config file. So how I can use it? So for that, I need to make it version and env. So this env uh, function read that key from .env file. So this way we can read it. So it will return us that version file here in this file. So after this, you can see this env file here. It has passed two arguments. So the second argument is the default value. Let's suppose in your .env file this key is not available. So what it will do? So that time what it will do, it will set the default value. So default value is, you can say, 0, or you can say 1.1. So this is the default value. So if this value is not available in the .env file, so that time it will take this default value here. So guys, you have to make a note here. So if the particular key is not available in the .env file, so that time it will take the default value which is being passed with the env method here. So this env method is what? So this env method is the PHP predefined method which is helpful for reading the values from .env file. So this is what about the .env file key value reading here. So now let's move to the next point. So till now you guys understood like what is this configuration directory. So this configuration directory is nothing but the set of, you can say, set of all the files which are related to store the configuration information of the project. So this is all about the configuration directory. Now move to the different topic, that is the different artisan commands related to the .env file. So guys, today we are going to describe you what different commands we have related to this .env file, and how appropriately we should use that, and how these commands are going to be helpful for the project management as well. So let's start one by one. So the first point is the application overview. You can see here. So application overview. So this for this, what command we need to pass? So for this, basically we need to pass PHP artisan, and we want the overview, so we need to pass the about. So by this command we can see the overview of the application. Here I'm going to show, I have already shown you, one more time I'm going to show you. So the command is PHP artisan and about. So you can see here, once I will run, so this is showing the information about the application. So this is all about the application overview. So this way we can see, and if you want to focus on a particular section, so you can see here it is showing all these information: environment, cache, and drivers. So if you want to see only the particular section like environment, so how you can do this? So for that you need to pass one more key. So that key, after passing that key, we can access the particular section here. So you can see here how can get that. So we want this environment section only. So for that we need to pass same command, PHP artisan about, and here we have to pass double hyphen and only. Guys, you have to make a note here. So double hyphen only. So this is nothing but, you can say, the options we are passing here. So its value is nothing but the environment. So by passing this command, we are mentioning like we want to know only the environment section, and other section we don't want. So let's see how it works. You can see it is showing the environment section only, and if I am going to pass the drivers, so it will give us the information about the drivers. So this way you guys can see, so it is giving the information of drivers. So this is the most appropriate way of using the PHP artisan command. So this our command is the about, and this double hyphen only. So this is the option, guys, and we are passing its value by the equals to and the value. So this way we can pass the options to the command. So in the coming video I'm going to describe you how we can customize these commands and how we can create our custom command in a PHP artisan. So those I will describe you in the next episode 3 or in the coming video. So let's see about the next topic. Let me make it clear. So this is all about this PHP artisan application overview. Now the next topic is .env file security. So we can make the .env file more secure. Like let's suppose your application file is not that much secured, so how we can say like our application is secure, because this .env file is going to have all the critical information which if those information are exposed to the hackers, so they can destroy our application. So we should make it very much secure. So how we can make it? So for that we have a different way to make it more secure. So let me show you how we can make it secure. So to make it secure, and we should mention it in a git ignore. This is what the recommendation. We should not commit this file with a subversion with the git, or you can say the SVN, whatever we are using for this subversioning or versioning project. So there we should add it in the git ignore. We should not we should not commit it on the subversion. Now, next point is the multiple .env files like the env local and env stage, etc. So this is the most important, guys. So what is the situation I'm showing you? Let's suppose you are running any project, and in that project you are using two different environments. So like you are using your local database sometime, and sometime you are using the remote database. So how you can manage it two times in the same environment file? So in the same environment file it is not possible to manage it two times. So for that what we need to do, we can uh, we can have the different environments. So let me show you how we can do it. So for that there is one configuration key app underscore env. So with the help of this configuration key we can make it. So guys, you can see here in the .env file we have app underscore env. So here we have mentioned the local. So in the project, in every Laravel project, you will find a .env file. So if you have not mentioned anything like .env stage or local, so by default it is going to load the .env file. So let me show you how I can make this file twice. So let's suppose here I have created one more file. You can see .env stage, or you can say production, not production, uh, testing. I'm going to make it testing. So here you can see I have two env file. The first one is, let me delete this first, these are not yet needed. So you can see here we have two env files, .env and the .env stage, .env test. So three env file we have. Let me remove this stage as well. So you can see we have two env file, .env and .env test. So in the .env I'm going to mention like this is the Laravel local Laravel project, local project, and in the .env test I'm going to make it Laravel test project. So the app name is different in both the NB file. So how we can run this, how we can switch this environment file? So for that we simply use this command here. So guys, you have to make this note. I'm going to run here. So if we are running php artisan serve, so this command basically starts the Laravel server, and it gives us the IP where this application can run. So you can see here it is showing 503 service unavailable. I think this is in a maintenance mode. Let me make it available out of maintenance. So for that, what we need to do, PHP artisan up. I will describe you this one later next. Now, so now going to see, you can see now it is working. So right now it is showing the Laravel. Can see here. Let me zoom it first. So currently it is showing Laravel local project, because the environment you can see here we have not specified like which environment we have to use. So by default it is using the .env file itself. So in the .env file it is mentioned as Laravel local project. That is why it is loading there. So this question is being asked in interview like by default, let's suppose we have multiple .env file. So by default which env file is going to be processed? Guys, answer is .env file. And what about other env? So other env file we need to specify, then only they can be used by the project. So let's suppose I'm going to use this .env.test file. So how I can switch it? So to switch it, we have to pass this stage environment there. Let me show you how we can make it. So guys, see here what command we have to use just to switch the environment. If we are running the Laravel project with this command, let's see. So by default, it is running the .env file. So in the .env file, it is can see it is mentioned like this is the Laravel local project. And if you want to switch it, so we have to pass that env options. So let me show you how we can pass it. So for that we need to pass double hyphen. This is for what the option we are passing. So here you can see this serve is the command, and the option we are passing here env equals to test. It means what? It means we have two environment file. One out of them, one is having the environment test. Let me show you. So you can see this .env in this app environment is what? Local. But in the .env test, the app environment is what? Test. So this way we can have a number of environment file and we can use those as well. So let me show you how we can use it. So after running this command, you can see the app name is got changed. So it is showing that Laravel test project. So previously it was showing Laravel local project, because this Laravel was taking the values from the .env file. So there we have mentioned Laravel local, but here you can see this is taking the value from the test environment. That is why it is showing like a Laravel test project. So guys, this way we can have the different you can say different environment file, and we can switch among those environment file this way. So this is the command, guys. You have to use it. Let me make a note for this in this note itself. So in the description of this video, I will attach this note so that you for your reference. So this command basically we use for this purpose, or let me make it inside the bracket this way. Yeah. So these all are covered. Now let's talk about the next topic. So the next topic is environment variable types. So what the data type being used in the environment file. So guys, you can see here. So if I have any value which are having this space, so that we have to keep inside the double quote. So this point we have to keep in note. And the next point, all the values, whatever value we are passing here, those are being as a those are being used as a string. So all the values being passed as string here, you can see. So it use the string file, strings format, or inside double quote, you can see. So this way these values are being interpreted. So the next point is how to access this .env file, how we can access this value. So guys, I have already shown you in the previous example to access these values what we use. We use the PHP predefined method, that is env. So inside this we need to pass the key name. So this way guys we can use the existing environment keys. Let me show you in one example here. So for simplicity I am going to use this in a existing controller. So this controller is the inside the app and http and the controller, this is the controller, you can see. Or else let me use it inside the view only, so that you can understand it easily without messing the things here. So this is the view. Inside this view I am going to call that key here. So this is the app name already I am using. Let me show you another key. Let's suppose I want to see the this you can see the key, this key I want to use there, or you can say I want to use this database. So how I can use it? So here simply we need to use this env method, and inside the env method we have to pass the key name, so it will give you the that value. So let me show you how it is looking like that. So this is using the test environment right now. See guys, so you can see here this database name is showing here. It is showing here the name of the database which was available in the .env file. You can see in the test also, you can see the same database name is there. If I am going to change it, so I have made you one, so you can see that is going to be reflected there as well. So it is changed, so you can see, so this .env file gives us the latest value whatever is available. It is not going to reference the cached value. So this is what about how we can access these env files. So in our project everywhere we can use this env method just to access that key, and those all on environments files are being used in the configuration directory. I have already described that part. So from there also we can access it, and if you want to access the same thing, the same key from the uh, application configuration, so how we can use it? So for that there is a one helper method available. Let me show you that method as well here. So this is the blade templating syntax. So that method is nothing but the config. So with the help of config we can use that particular in the from the external environment file. This external configuration file are those files which are already inside the config folder. So you can see these config files are there. So we want that particular this database section, right? So this database section will come here in the database.php file. So this is the database php file. So in the database php file we can get this information. So by going there in the database.php, you can see these are using this value here, the connection, SQLite, MySQL, so PGSQL. So inside this you can see these are using like that. So if I'm going to use this here, so it will give us the information. Let's suppose I have to know like what the default value this database.php is going to use. So how I can use it here? So here in the config file, in the config method, I need to pass the name of the file first. The name of the file is what? Database, and inside this what we want to access, we want to access the default queue, so we need to pass default key here. So it will give us the default database what we are going to use. Let me show you. So you can see here it is showing the MySQL. If I am going to change it inside this database.php, let's suppose 1 2 3, so is it going to be changed there? Let me show you. It is not being changed. Why it is not being changed? Because from the .env file, whatever we have done the changes here, so this is the default value, and this value will get applied only when this is not available in the .env. So let me see this is available in the .env or not. So you can see here this is already available here. If I am going to remove this line and going to run this application again, so it will show you the value, default value whatever we have. So this way guys, this env function, this config function works here. So whatever we have mentioned here, so this .env, if this key is not available then only it will use this default value, otherwise it will use the latest value whatever available in the env file there. So right now this is not up, I'm going to delete it. So once I have deleted this, so you can see here the default value is MySQL 122. So that is why in the browser it is showing as the MySQL 122. So if the values are not available there in the .env file, then only it will take the default value, otherwise not. Otherwise it will take the latest value whatever available in the env file. So this way guys this works. I guess this videos is going to be lengthy because few topics are still remaining. So I don't think we can cover these topics in this video, in this episode itself. So remaining topics, so till now we have completed this part how to access the .env files, and the remaining topic we are going to discuss in the next episode. We can say the part 2 of this episode itself. So in the episode 3, I am going to describe you this remaining parts, guys. So till that time, thank you, thanks a lot for watching and supporting us. And if you guys are have not subscribed our channel till now, so don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. Once you will press the bell icon, so you will be able to get the latest notification of our upcoming videos. And if you like this episode and if you like our effort, so don't forget to share it among your friends. So thank you, guys. Thank you.